Hello, beautiful people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. Today is my first ever sketchbook session because I've been wanting to do one. So now here we are. So it's not going to be when you're watching this, but for me it is the first day of October, which for us artists usually means it's the first day of Inktober. Now I'll put the official prompt list on the screen in case you're interested in it, but I decided to do my own prompt list. But the first day of Flower Mist's Inktober is Scarecrow. And I know in Inktober you're supposed to use ink, but it's my channel, I can do whatever I want. We're going to use acrylic paint. Now, if you don't know what Inktober is, I probably should catch you up on that. So Inktober is a challenge that artists do usually every October, where they have a list of prompts, one for every single day. And they have to draw something that matches with that prompt, but they cannot use pencil. They can only use ink. Which is what I wanted to try to do this year. Last year I did Inktober, I used pencil, because I was not confident in my art. But we're going to do a challenge today. I've nearly finished the sketchbook with the exception of 2 pages, 1 spread, and we're going to fill in one of them today. My new one is coming in soon, but so keep in a sketchbook tour is coming soon eventually. Probably the week after, the next video after this one will be a sketchbook tour. Well, and I apologize for the audio. I am going to be doing a voiceover for this sketchbook session because I do not feel confident in my abilities to talk and draw at the same time and not mess up. Alright, I will be coming in with little bits of information based on what I'm doing. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, welcome to voiceover Flower Mist. Welcome to voiceover Flower Mist, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I apologize if this is really, really weird. I suppose I could just talk about, I suppose I'll just talk about what my process was for this painting. I've just been getting into acrylic painting, and I'm not the best at it, but I'm working on it, and I think I've improved a lot since when I started about like a couple weeks ago. My plan with this painting was to have a mainly orange and very fall color scheme. I did plan this out in pen before I started painting to try to keep to the Inktober concept and I didn't use any pencil for this. I can't do acrylic painting without an outline beforehand because I don't trust myself enough to do anything without a little bit of an outline beforehand, because I tend to go in guns a-blazing and always mess it up if I don't have a outline of something that I can cover up with the final drawing. I planned this painting out a long time ago. A long time meaning, well, at the time I'm filming this was a couple weeks ago that I planned this out on the little sticky note you can see on screen now. I did that so I could just look at the pencil sketch so I didn't have to do a pencil outline and see all the details I wanted to add. Now, I did mention that I was going to do my own Inktober, because I wasn't really very impressed with the official prompts list. I took a couple from it because I actually liked a couple of them, but I wasn't really a fan of the other ones. I took all my prompts from like several, I think about 7 different Inktober lists from different people, as well as a couple of the official lists from this year and past years. And I'm actually very excited for Inktober. I haven't been able to do some of the ones I really, really want to do because my sketchbook still hasn't come, because I usually use crescent render paper, and I decided to not make my own sketchbook this time because I was just tired of making my own sketchbooks. And I ordered it, and a week later they got back to me and said that they didn't have any, even though it was listed on their website. So they refunded me, but I have a new sketchbook, a brand new one I've never tried before, coming in on Tuesday, which would be the day after after this goes live. 2 days for me. It is a Moleskine sketchbook. I have never tried Moleskine sketchbooks before, but everyone says that they are very, very nice. I got the 7.5 by 7.5 sketchbook, so the square one, because I wanted to try a square one. So it's also a soft cover one, which I'm not usually a huge fan of, but it's okay. Yeah, so it's going to be coming in a couple days, and I can finally get through my Inktober ones, which is nice. I always start my acrylic painting with the foreground, even though you're supposed to start with the background, and then I realized halfway through the painting that I should have started with the background. And this happened here again. I started with painting the little Scarecrow man, and then I went in and I realized I probably should do the background first. I think this painting took me over 4 hours to do. I actually ended up cutting out the ending of it because I had too much footage, and that's why this is a time lapse instead of just a classic non-sped up sketchbook session. But then again, it's not a classic sketchbook session anyways, because I'm doing a voiceover instead of talking while I drew, because I can't talk and draw at the same time. I can't focus on 2 things at once and them both be good. I can watch a TV and do something, but I can't talk and draw at the same time, which I don't know why I'm an art YouTuber then. Maybe because I'm better at doing voiceovers. I didn't really have a plan for the background when I started painting. I knew I wanted it to be kind of in a field, and I knew that I wanted there to be crows, even though it's a scarecrow and it's supposed to scare the crows. But I decided on a kind of a sunset background because I thought the blue would not really work with the colors I had, which were mostly warm tones, and a cool tone just would kind of be weird, I thought. And it ended up looking pretty good. Even though all the colors are very, very similar, I think that each of them stood out reasonably well. If you're not aware already, I am really, really bad at doing long voiceovers without a script, which is why I say a lot throughout all of this. I've been watching a lot of other art YouTubers, and I love their sketchbook sessions because it allows me to draw and have something going on in the background, because I can't do anything in silence, which is why I hate editing. So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to say here, but I guess we could talk about what I've been doing recently. I am looking at possibly taking a break. Maybe. School's a lot right now, so I might end up taking a break from posting for a couple weeks. I think I have 2 more videos laid out, so that will be another 4 weeks of posting. So I have 2 more videos after that, but I might be okay after that to continue posting, but we'll see. But I am going to be going on a break week from school in a couple weeks. I don't remember exactly what it is. It might be next week. Yeah, I think it is. But I might be able to have time to finish some videos then and just crank out a couple posts so I don't have to stress about it, because I always forget about which days I need to post until it's the week of, which is kind of annoying. And then I stress myself out over getting videos out in time. There's so much I want to do, but there's only so much time in the day, and it's really frustrating because I'm a very productive person. I'm literally an Enneagram 5. I just wish I could do all of the stuff that I want to do and all the stuff I need to do. But sometimes you only have time for one or the other. And our YouTube isn't supposed to be stressful. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't enjoyable. I do enjoy actually making videos. Not every single part of it. I actually despise editing with a burning passion, but I enjoy doing videos and talking to you guys. It's just kind of stressful sometimes to keep up with life and YouTube. I'm sure y'all understand. Let's hope I don't dip my paintbrushes in this thing. Alright, back to it. Coming back with apple cider now, because I was incredibly thirsty. I probably, and as you'll see, I will accidentally almost dip my brush in my apple cider or take a drink of my paint water throughout this several times. I feel like that's just an artist thing, that if you have an open cup while you're painting, you're going to either try to drink your paint water or dip your brushes in your drink. I do want to make more animatics eventually, because I actually really enjoy doing animatics. They just take so long to do, and I'm a very product-based person, not a process-based person. Because I enjoy making art, but I enjoy the finished product more, which is why I often put a lot of stress on myself for the finished product to turn out perfect every single time. Don't drink paint water, kids. Just thinking about it, this November I am doing an audition for a musical near me. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to post after that. I hope I do. Because I also have a lot of school that and that time around from December, like November, end of November, right before Christmas break and after Christmas break is very stressful for me to get either into school or, coming back after break, which is going to be around the same time where if I actually get casted for the musical, it's going to be a lot on my plate. So I actually might take a break then and keep up posting until January. But we'll see if I actually fall through with that. It's all very up in the air right now. I love how I say this, and yet there's probably not enough people watching me to actually care whether I take a break or not. But it's okay. I feel like those who are watching, I just want to let you all know what's happening. Oh my gosh, the second time I almost grabbed paint water. This painting took so long though, my hands started cramping up towards the end, but I literally just pushed on because I was like, we're almost done. And then it took like an hour after that to actually finish it. But yeah, I actually had a good time painting this. My parents were downstairs doing yard work, so I literally just watched YouTube and painted this. And literally all day I spent working on this. But I think it was worth it because I turned out really good. I really, really like it. Ahsoka has come to join us. I have to say hello. I have to give her head pats. It is law. Come here. You want to sit on my lap while I paint? Sit on my lap? No? You want to sit on mom's lap? Alright. Feel free. Do not chew on my cords. Thank you. Tapaliet. Tapaliet. You will sit at my feet. That's a good compromise. Good compromise. I put acrylic paint on the other side and just straight up black acrylic paint on the other side and drew over it with a white Posca pen. But some of the black transferred and got stuck to the other page. So there's some little black spots on the pumpkin face and it irritates me. But I didn't want to go over it because I tried to go over the mouth after I ruined it. And I tried to fix it. And yeah, it smeared everywhere. And I just... Throughout this recording, I'm noticing that the actual painting looks better on camera than it did in real life when I was working on it. Because I was like, oh, don't change that, but then it didn't look the same in real life, which was very, very interesting. I didn't believe some YouTubers when they said that their art looks different on camera than it does in person, but I guess I see it now. Oh, baby. Hold on, babes. I forgot I didn't put water in the cat bowl. Alright, we're back in business, and I washed my hands. But there's really no point in doing that because we're gonna get more paint on it. My cats always tend to interrupt me when I'm doing videos by wanting attention or just, being screaming. I've been taking them outside a little bit more, letting them out in my side yard, and they've been extremely loud since then because they both like to go outside and watch the birds and smell the grass and eat the grass. I got very, very upset because I did not know that the Bad Batch Season 2 got postponed until January, which was very, very frustrating for me as a big old Bad Batch fan. I thought it was coming out around the same day as the second release of Andor, which, by the way, is amazing. Andor is so incredible. I have opinions on the pacing, which is very slow for my taste, but I'm not a very good I don't really like slow pacing in books or movies or shows, but I think it's working for the story, which is okay. I find it funny that I hate slow pacing. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in media, yet I love Tolkien, and he has the slowest pacing known to man. Speaking of Tolkien, I actually have a very unpopular opinion, apparently, about the Rings of Power, because I actually really enjoy the series. I think it is very good. Apparently, a lot of Tolkien fans don't like it because of certain things being changed. But I'm not one of the reader purists. I read books, and I don't like when the entire plot gets changed, when they turn it into a movie. But I don't mind if certain things are changed, because if I've already read the book and I already know the story, why would I want to watch a movie of the exact same thing? And that's my main problem with even like the Disney live action remakes, is it's the exact same story with nothing new. So I'm not one of those like it needs to be by the book. I'm okay if you change a few things. I don't mind The Hobbit that much. There's certain things that I'm really upset that they changed from the book, but if you just take out those few things or add in those few things, then I don't mind the rest being changed. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Is there anyone else who thinks that way? Because my friends were kind of like, what? I was talking to my friend about it last night, and he was like, I don't really agree with that. But I don't know. I got very off topic very fast. I guess that is, I have a very scattered brain. So my desk is cluttered, and I have a cluttered mind, if you can't tell. But yeah, I'm very upset about the Bad Batch Season 2 being postponed. I literally posted about it in my writers group, writers website that I'm a part of. And they were like, wasn't it postponed? And I was like, no, there's no way it's postponed. And that it was postponed. But I guess we're waiting for January. But I can manage waiting with She-Hulk and Andor. So it's okay. I was disappointed very much in the moment, but I'm okay. This feels very, very rambly. I just, I don't know what to say, so I'm just talking. I'm sitting alone in a quiet room, just talking to myself. my paint box. I was just so the next not next week. Guess no. 2 weeks from now, which is my next upload, I will have out a sketchbook tour of Sketchbook 6 by 6 sketchbook, which actually was very much fun to finish, and I finished it much quicker than expected. Do I even have a yellow? I mean, I have this. I don't think I have yellow though. Shoots. It's so interesting that I want to eventually do a video looking back at my old sketchbooks, because my first ever completed sketchbook after I started taking art seriously was just over a year ago. I finished it like June of 21, which was insane to me. I started taking art seriously a year and a half ago, and yeah, the practice is real. If you really want to get good at art, just keep on practicing. Fill up your sketchbooks. It doesn't even have to be good. I don't really like a lot of my sketchbooks. You'll probably, if you're a person who looks at your art and thinks, oh, I don't really like how my art is, it's because you're getting better. Because you're learning about art, and you're learning about anatomy or whatever it is that you don't like about your art, and you're learning about it, and you're saying, I see I see what I'm doing wrong, per se. There's not really a way to do art wrong, but you're saying that how you don't want your art to look. How do I say this? You're seeing how other people have done it, and you're seeing the inconsistencies in your art, and you're saying, I don't like that. That doesn't look right, because I have improved to the point where I can tell that doesn't look right. So if you're in that stage where you hate your art, I was in a part earlier this year, around April, that I hated my art. I hated everything I did. And You just gotta work through it. Even take a break from art, take a break, and come back. But don't take a complete break. Keep learning in that time. I took a break from April to May, and I didn't really draw at all in that time, maybe a couple times. And I came back with so much knowledge and just so much experience of stuff I had learned. It's not impossible to get good at art. I used to think it was. I used to think everything I draw is going to be terrible. But it's not. Because if you really want to be good at art, you just got to keep working on it. You just got to keep practicing. And all that stuff that you hate to do, you got to practice that too. I used to hate to do foreshortening and perspective. And now I'm getting better at it, so I don't hate it nearly as much. But the only way I got better at it is drawing stuff I hated. And it's probably going to look terrible at first. It's not going to look right. You're going to say, that's all wonky. That doesn't look right. And guess what? You learned. If everything you ended up drawing was terrible, if you hated everything about it, if you said, I don't really like that, I want to rip that piece out of my sketchbook and crumple into a ball and toss it in the trash, guess what? You still learned. And that's important. I'm proud of you. Proud of you for drawing the things you don't like to draw. I'm proud of you for improving. Proud of you for learning to the point where you don't like your own art, because that's actually a good thing. As long as you don't let it stop you. is like one of the longest videos I've done ever, but I didn't want to speed it up too much because it took away from the sketchbook session part of it. I don't know. I didn't want to speed it up like to be a true speed paint, but I didn't want it to be slow because it was going to be like 3 hours. I just want to say thank you if you're still here for sticking around with me in my ramblings. I know I enjoy sketchbook sessions even if I don't really care about what the person is saying. So I hope you care. If you didn't care at all what I've been saying at all, you're like, who are you? And I don't care who you are, and that's fine by me. I don't mind. I just hope you enjoyed the sketchbook session. I hope you were productive throughout this time, because productivity is good. and I hope you got inspiration maybe to finish your sketchbook. Go finish your sketchbook. Yep, that's all I have to say. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had a vibe with me. We vibed together. If you drew, I'm proud of you. If you didn't draw, I'm still proud of you. And yeah. Thank you for watching. This is how the finished piece turned out. And I hope to see you all next time.
𝙢𝙤𝙤𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗